Animals will eat just about anything, and sometimes end up eating weird objects that absolutely don't belong in anyone's tummy. From a piggy bank swallowing turtle to a dog swallowing 44 socks, here are the weirdest things ever found inside animals. Do they make it out okay? Stick around to find out. Number 1. Surgeons remove nearly 1,000 coins from piggy bank turtle. Meet the world's richest turtle. I got you there, right? It's the richest, literally, but the story behind it is saddening. If this doesn't make you hate humanity, then I don't know what will. This turtle had to be rushed to the ER for a 7-hour surgery to remove over 1,000 coins from her stomach. This poor turtle was eating coins tossed in the water by tourists. She seemed to be having trouble swimming when the veterinarians noticed her. The coins found in the stomach were about 11 pounds. You can imagine how heavy the turtle felt. The surgery was a success, though she'll need 6 months of physical therapy. Next time you think of throwing coins to wish for things, please remember what this turtle went through. Number 2. How this puppy survived swallowing an 8-inch steak knife. This is just crazy. How in the world did this puppy, known as Lexi, swallow a whole 8-inch steak knife? And why would anyone leave a knife lying around? Lexi's owner brought her to the hospital, not knowing what they were in for. Looking at the x-ray, even the doctors couldn't believe their eyes. The x-ray showed an 8-inch steak knife lodged in her body. It took around 45 minutes to maneuver the knife out of the puppy without hurting her. They had to make sure the knife didn't slice any tissue while removing it. Fortunately, the puppy survived the procedure, but the question remains. How did Lexi swallow the knife? Could she secretly be a stunt dog? Number 3. Beached whale had 30 plastic bags in its stomach. This is what we do to wildlife when we litter. A beached whale was found stranded on the shoreline and looking distressed before it passed on. When the zoologists performed an autopsy, they found more than 30 plastic bags in its stomach. The plastic bags had blocked the whale's intestines, causing its demise. This footage reminds us that the more we continue littering, the more we harm our animals. If this is just one of the whales we found, what about the others that we don't know about? Number 4. Vets remove dog harnesses from python's stomach. Perhaps this harness smelled too meaty for the python to resist having a taste of the goodness. Little did it know that it was signing up for an uncomfortable trip to the vets. Luckily, the vets acted quickly and were able to get it out of harm's way. The python tries to stay still as the dog's harness is pulled out. This poor guy might turn vegan after this. Number 5. Doctors pull entire beach towel out of the python's mouth. This python was lucky enough that its owners noticed something rather odd with it and took it to the vet. The poor baby must have been hungry enough to try to fill its stomach with a beach towel. We can see how the vet carefully removed it from the snake's stomach as she's assisted by her team. At the end of the day, both the python and the owner left the place smiling after a successful procedure. Number 6. 85 kilograms of plastic waste removed from bull's stomach in Maharashtra. This is another reason why humans are considered enemies of wildlife and nature in general. 85 kilograms of plastic waste was found in the stomach of a 7-year-old bull. The animal rights activists noticed the bull from afar. They saw its bloated stomach and knew something was up. The bull could hardly stand due to the bloated stomach. They decided to perform surgery on him. After the surgery, they found metal pieces including nails and glass, and removed about 85 kilograms of plastic waste. The bull must have swallowed the plastic when grazing, since they don't know how to differentiate between dirt and grass. It's sad to know that the bull suffered due to some ignorant humans. It's time we understood the impacts of our actions on the environment and changed our ways. Number 7. Cat swallowed a sewing needle. When they tell us to keep harmful objects away from kids, cats, and dogs, any pet should be on that list too. This footage will explain why. I don't even want to know how this came to be because the thought is just heartbreaking. The footage shows a sewing needle being removed from a cat's mouth. The needle went deep into the throat. You can feel the cat's pain when the needle is removed. The relief felt after being removed is evident on the face. It was literally crying. I bet if it could talk, it would have thanked the doctor and promised its owner that it would never again swallow what he doesn't know. I'm sure he's keeping that promise forever. Number 8. Removing a huge botfly maggot inside a cat's nose. Poor kitty. A botfly maggot inside a cat's nose is just about the worst thing that could happen to a cat. If you've had a sinus surgery, then you can imagine the discomfort the kitten must have felt before the botfly was removed. The footage will make you feel sorry for the cat, especially when it meows in pain. Poor baby. Fortunately, the woman holding her kept giving her a pep talk and encouraging her to hold on. Bless her soul. For those who have a cat, you know how much pep talks help a distressed cat, especially while they're giving birth. This kitty deserves a hug and some pampering after going through all that stress. Number 9. Dog eats 130 nails, survives. Okay, now this is just sad and shocking at the same time. 2-year-old Roxy caught the attention of everyone when she mistook the toolbox for a lunchbox, something that left everyone puzzled. The dog was left in the care of her owner's friend when the tragedy happened. The friend left for the store thinking Roxy would be fine by herself for a few minutes, but that wasn't the case. The dog found the nails and ate them all. There were about 130 nails. I'm beginning to wonder what the nails smell like, because for a dog to eat them all, it must have smelled great, right? When the owner noticed that there was something wrong with the dog, she took her to the vet immediately. You can imagine the doctor's shock when they viewed the x-ray. Luckily, none of them punctured Roxy's organs. Otherwise, it would have been fatal. Number 10. 44 socks found in dog's stomach. The first question that came to my mind was, what in the world was the dog doing swallowing 44 socks? Did Santa keep some meat in the socks for him and he didn't know how to get them out? Because thinking of how the socks ended up in his stomach is just bizarre. Let's not forget that it wasn't just 44 socks, but 43 and a half. Wherever the half sock went, the dog knows best. They used an endoscopy portoscope to remove the socks. Seeing how each sock is removed makes you feel sorry for the dog. They must have gone through a lot for all the socks to have come out. Luckily, all the socks were removed, and the dog is fine. Next time you find your socks missing, your dog might be the culprit. Also, a good time to consult with your vet.